Hey, good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Hello. It's Friday. It's going to be such a busy day. I'll tell you all about it. But first, can we talk about my mug? Good morning. I see the assassins have failed. So, yesterday morning, like first thing in the morning, I get this special delivery at my door, and it's this mug inside. No card, no return address other than the company that it came from. Okay, two things. Number one, you know me. I love a great mug, and this is a great mug. And I love a surprise. But mysteries make me cray cray. And I had to find out who sent the mug. So first I sent out a message on what do I say, what do I do? Because I figured it had to be from one of you, because it's got to be somebody who knows I love mugs, right? And I loved it. Except I just got a lot of nice responses and no, hey, it was me, I did it. So I got really tricky and I wrote to the company and I said, hey guys, I got this great mug from you, except I don't know who sent it. And if you could tell me, I could say thank you. That would be so wonderful. So what do you think? And they wrote back. So today I get to say thank you to Kevin Brand, who's sent me this crazy mug that okay, so here's what I love about the mug. It's just the right size. It's printed on both sides. So you can see it and I can see it. I think that's genius right there. But I also like what it says. It's very Kevin, and Kevin knows me. Thank you, Kevin. I will send you a personal thank you note later today. So what is today? It is Friday, March the 26th. That means we are one day away, well, one day and one afternoon away from celebrating Passover. Well, for those of us who celebrate Passover. It starts at sundown tomorrow. So tomorrow is the first Seder. Seder means meal, order. So you have your meal in a particular order. And I even have my own little books to go along with it. We'll talk more about it as the week goes on because it lasts for a whole week. So today I go shopping and I make chicken soup and I have to go buy some gefilte fish and get a little extra horseradish and make haroset, which is chopped up apples, nuts, and wine. Who doesn't like apples, nuts, and wine? Come on, it makes it a holiday. Anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm going to have a very busy cooking and setting up day because the table has to be just right. And we're not having a lot of company. We're each having some children over. And all of the children who are coming, plus us, are either double dosed or have been quarantining like crazy. So safety first. We will maintain at all times. It's going to be lovely. Yeah, and a lot of work. Yesterday, I had to take my niece back to LAX. I had to see her off at the airport. It's hard to say goodbye to somebody you're so happy to see. Don't you know what I mean? Yeah. It was a relaxing, wonderful time with her. She was all about sunshine and chill because she came from Chicago and she was happy to have our desert heat to lay out in her bikini and catch some rays. And we do this thing in our family. We do a POL. Do you do that? You know what it is? You know what I'm talking about? When somebody flies somewhere or drives somewhere far away, or when we're worried about something, we make sure that that person sends out a POL, proof of life. Takes 2 seconds. You just type the letters POL, and we know you're fine. So that's good. So I got my POL from her about 8:30 last night. I was still on the road, just about home, coming back from LA. Yeah, I did that turnaround. But apparently on a Thursday night, there's a lot of traffic. So it took me about 3.5 hours to get home. It was a long journey. but I listen to books on tape, so it's not so bad. Hey, today is Spinach Day. I think it's a much maligned and delicious vegetable. I happen to love spinach, and I don't even care how it's prepared. I love spinach, and I'm proud of it. And I'm wondering if maybe I don't love it because of Popeye when I was a kid, because I always thought Popeye was pretty cool. And I would love when he'd, do this and the spinach can would pop up and it'd be his big muscles and he could go beat up Brutus. And I started thinking about that show and I thought, there was a lot to learn from Popeye. First of all, it was that the bully is not going to win. He may be a bully, but eventually somebody is going to beat the bully. And Olive Oyl, yeah, she was, oh, Brutus, oh, Popeye. But she didn't take any gruff from anybody. When she had enough, Olive Oyl just took care of business. You know what I mean? She was pretty tough broad. Pretty smart after all. And Popeye, as much as he was like this rough around the edges, okay, he was rough all the way through kind of guy, he had some pretty serious, heavy thoughts. I would like to salute Popeye for I am what I am. Just take me the way I am, because what you see is what you get. We got a lot to learn from Popeye. He was pretty happy with just the way things were. He had me days all the time because he was who he was. All right. This is a fun day because this is hilarious to me. It's Make Up Your Own Holiday Day. I would love you to submit them to me. Yeah. Like what, if you could have a holiday to celebrate anything, what holiday would you have? I would like to have a holiday to celebrate. I would like a holiday to just celebrate sunshine. I know the Romans called it Sunday, but oh well. I like a sunshine holiday. I think that would be fun. What does it say here? Good morning, sunshine. Well, see, there you go. That's why I love sunshine. Coffee day. I think there are a couple of different coffee days. I think we celebrated morning coffee day, coffee bean day. We should look that up. I bet you there's gazillion coffee days. Any day you have coffee is a holiday. In 1979, there was, for the first time ever, a peace treaty between Israel and Egypt. So that's kind of where the word art came from today. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with simple kindness. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. So yeah, today is a day to think about peace, not just in the world, but in your home and in yourself. Oh yeah. How about inner peace? That'd be nice. I've never been to Egypt. I don't think that treaty still exists because I remember that was in 1979 and like 1990-ish, 48, 50, 99, 99. Yeah, like 96, maybe 95. I went to Israel and we weren't allowed to go to Egypt. So I'm going to say that treaty didn't hold, but what an amazing trip that was. We did get to go to Jordan, which would have been not possible a few years before we got there. So there were so many memorable things about going to Jordan, I can't tell you. It was everything I expected it to be and 100 times more. First of all, I can remember standing at the border, and Arab ways of doing things seem to be very different than Western ways of doing things, because you'd be standing in line and the person behind you would be standing this close to you. It's like, excuse me, this is like my space. They didn't do my space, your space. They just did space. And they would get right up next to you, like, so they were touching you, and it was like so invasive. I remember that being very upsetting. And there were a lot of times when we just didn't feel like we knew what was coming. So it was a little scary occasionally. We got to go to Petra. You should Google Petra if you've never seen Petra. It's where Raiders of the Lost Ark and all those movies were filmed. It's like it's like ancient, amazing. So much of it is still standing. The fronts of these huge stone temples, and it was probably the most amazing place I've ever seen in my life. And they had camels there, and you could get a ride on a camel. Now, I understand camels are not the nicest animals in the world. They spit, but I'm obsessed with llamas and I'm obsessed with camels. And that trip was awesome because we had this bus with like, I don't know, maybe 40 of us on the bus traveling around. And my job was to be the camel spotter. And I was really good at it. So when we got to Petra and there was an opportunity to ride a camel, only one other woman and I out of the whole crowd said, yeah, we'll go. We'll do that. So I got on this camel who tried to eat me, but it's okay. He didn't. And we had this like amazing camel ride. Not like for 2 minutes, like at the zoo, right? Where you pay $5 and get to go around in a circle and no, this was like a serious camel ride. It was great. It was absolutely great. And then when we got off the camel, there were all these little children around. I don't know where they suddenly came from. And they were begging. And they didn't speak English. But I told the children that the woman who was riding with me was Madonna. And that word they knew. And after that, that poor thing couldn't go anywhere without like a couple dozen kids running after her going, Madonna, 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 Madonna. And she kept saying, I'm not Madonna. But every time she said the word Madonna, it reinforced that she was Madonna. So they were following her and yelling, Madonna, Madonna. And that's my story of Petra. It was pretty cool. But we didn't get to go to Egypt. We were supposed to meet the Queen. And that got canceled. And it was really sad because we were looking forward to it. Here's to peace. Let's have some world peace. That would be a lovely switch, wouldn't it? Happy birthday to Leonard Nimoy. That's Dr. Spock. He's not alive anymore, but he was pretty awesome. He was a good man, too. Diana Ross, born in 1944. She was a war baby. And Robert Frost. Didn't Kennedy make him like poet laureate or something like that? I don't know. So had lunch with family yesterday, dinner with friends. In every case, everyone was double vaccinated and masked, and it was starting to almost feel like normal, but it was a really, really good day. And now I'm exhausted, but I have so much fun stuff to do today, and hopefully the repair guy will be here and fix Casita Sandita, so when our guests arrive tomorrow morning, our double vaccinated family guests, they will have a place to stay. That's the plan. Peace on earth. That's what I'm wishing for you this morning. Peace on earth and some good hot coffee to start your weekend off. Let's hear about what your holiday idea is. I need some more holidays to celebrate. So give me a holiday and a date and we'll make this party happen. With a sip and a smile and a happy almost weekend to everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.